Hello, friends. Hi, how are we today? I hope we're all doing well. I am here for the week of November 13th through 19th. I am catching up slowly but surely, but more than previously. Anyway, I am very excited to be getting through November. You know, it's a really exciting time. My kiddo turned one, and then next week, the week after this, was a really, really, really hard week. Um, and it's really frustrating because this week is a week of a lot of highs and it was really busy and there was like reclaiming myself. Oh, I should let you know the kit that we are using is a kit from a shop that is no longer open, Happy Sticker Designs. And I've had it for 2 years. I meant to use it last November for my birthday week and then I just never filmed that. So, there we go. Anyway, the kit, because it is a little bit older, was just a little bit, like sticky to the paper. And then also, it's a matte print, kit, not printed on, particularly phenomenal paper. So, it's not really repositionable. I've gotten used to repositionable stickers from the Prairie Planner. So here we are. Anyway, I love this kit. And I just thought, it's really nice to break up everything. We've got a lot of Christmas, we've got a lot of Halloween, we've got a lot of fall seasonals. So I thought, it's nice to bring in the fall stuff, but also like baking. And also I have that leaves candle. I am sure that almost all of us have done some kind of that leaves, like, I don't know, photo at some point in our lives. We're all the same, guys. No one's unique. Um, anyway, as I was saying, I went back and I did like my normal planning like I used to with these kits, which is just 2 headers. And I thought I was going to do the 3, but I had done that the last week. And if you haven't seen my last week's plan with me, I will definitely link it up above. But yeah, I was just putting the headers down here. This is not new to anybody now. I've just lifted up my headers. So that I have more room in my day-by-day planning. I probably at some point here could have used extenders. I just didn't feel like it. I didn't have that much to mark on some days, and some days I had a lot to mark, and some things I just didn't mark just because they're private. And yeah, I'm just waiting. I always speed this up to 2 times the speed, and planning Alex is still really, 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 really slow. I love laying down the base of my kit. Now, in real life, this only takes me about like 10, 15 minutes, not even. I don't know why it feels like it takes so long planning. Maybe because I have to talk through the whole entire thing. But I did not have room for a 3rd header this week. That is one of the reasons why I did not go straight across and then do headers like that. Plus, I wanted to do a true scatter. Which it was an okay scatter. I wasn't loving it. But again, the week before I had done a full straight across week. But mainly I'm really excited because if we are halfway through November and actually over halfway through November, that means that we're nearly into December, which means we are nearly done with 2023 and I can put this stupid planner on my shelf and bust out my 2024 planner, which is like what I want to do. That's what I want to do most of all in this life is just get into my 2024 one. The kits are awesome. The spreads are awesome. It's going to be a good time. But yeah, I did not realize how emotionally taxing this plan with me would be. And this is also one of the reasons why I have leftovers, friends, because as you can see, I am just pulling in leftovers to do the sidebar because I realized I bought a kit that did not have sidebar stuff. And these all matched perfectly, I think. Anywho, there was a lot of medical stuff coming up in this spread, which I think really speaks to like I just in hindsight, like there's stuff that I realized looking back on that. I don't want to give too much away because I just want to talk about it during the day by day. But we'll have to see. Anyway, I put in a currently reading. I wasn't really reading. I got into a bit of a slump after I finished Lightlark, which is, I finished that book this week. And so I'm a bit disappointed that I put like currently reading, because I spent most of my week honestly on TikTok. It was a bit bad, but anyway, on Monday, I just used these little dots, these vellum translucent dots from the Coffee Monsters Co. subscription. And then the font scripts that you'll see, all of them are from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. So I just had daycare drop off that morning, and then we went ahead and did groceries. And then my littlest had his first meeting with daycare. It was just a 1-hour meeting. And so that was 10 to 11. And I used a paper and milk icon to mark that in the third box. And then after that, I made some stuffing, and I used another Maru for that because I love my little cooking Marus. In the afternoon, I was a handyman, and so I used the squish icon from Fox and Cactus. I love the squish icon. I was very excited to be able to do that. And I spent the afternoon playing in my planner. And then that evening, after the kiddos went to bed, I finished my daycare forms. And so playing in planner, that was the Coffee Monsters Co. And then finishing the daycare forms is a Fox and Pip Girl. So those forms, there was 40 pages of forms to fill it. 40 pages of forms. Guys, 40 pages of forms. So many forms. Anyway, moving on to Tuesday. On Tuesday in the morning, I had to get everything ready for my kiddo, which means like you have to have the spare pairs of clothing. You've got to have everything labeled. And I had started that previously, but I just packed everything up, and then you get the specific bottles. And then my kiddo, I don't know what he was doing. He stood up, and he was not like a quick stander-upper like my big kid was. So he stood up, fell, hit his nose against something, and just had like the most dramatic nosebleed. It was insane. Then he had his first proper half day of daycare, which is like just 2 hours, but he was there, and that was really fun. So I just used another one of those like learning blocks, because my daycare is a pretty educational daycare. And that was great, but he didn't nap at all there. Of course he didn't. So when he got home, he and I crashed for 3 hours, and I'm using my typical paper and milk Maru on the pillow to note that. And then I also had another evening where I got to pull stickers, and I used a squishy from Happy Honeybee Designs. She is no longer open anymore, but I have a lot of squishies left. Then I filmed a Plan With Me base. I don't know which kit that was, or else I would link it, but I do not. And then that afternoon, or that evening rather, I finished the book Lightlark. That was a good book. I've gotten into the habit now, though, of reading like the beginnings of series and then not reading the next ones. In fact, I'm looking at it right now. I have Lightlark, I have A Darker Shade of Magic, I've got Ninth House, and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I've read all of the first ones, and I need to read the next ones. So, moving on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, I did daycare drop-off for my big kid, same as I marked it on Monday, and I will mark it the same on Thursday and Friday. And then I did a big walk around the neighborhood so that my littlest had a big nap. So we went for just under 6 kilometers. It was my old stomping grounds. It was a beautiful day for a walk. Definitely not warm, but I was dressed appropriately. It was great. And then I dropped my littlest off for his second day of daycare. Again, just a couple of hours. But while he was there, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go out. So I went to this cafe in downtown, and I did some reading, and I had like a super duper fancy coffee. It was like fancy. I really liked it, and they home make different cookies every single morning. So I had a ginger molasses, and it was outstanding. It was absolutely outstanding. I really, really liked it. And what else did I do? Am I hand lettering here? Oh, good. That's what I should do. Hand letter. Take the time to hand letter while we're trying to get things done, Alex. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it was still a really, really lovely time. And I'm glad that I went, because it was like the first step of like me having alone time and me doing stuff that I wanted to do. And I really enjoyed it. So then after that, I had another nap with my kiddo when we got home. Oh, no, wait. Did I? Yeah, I did. When we got home from daycare again. And then I started the laundry as well. And then after dinner that evening, we went on a beautiful family walk. Again, it was a gorgeous day, like not too hot, not too cold. It was the perfect autumnal day. And that laundry icon is from Fox and Pip. And the family walk, I don't recall what I chose to mark the family walk, but I marked it with something, and then a Fox and Cactus little planner, or like a little phone to mark that I binged TikTok that night. It was bad. Obviously, I'd previously finished Light Lark, and then I got into my slump, and then I was like, I don't need to read a book tonight. That's always my mistake. Oh, and I used a Fox and Cactus shoe to note that. Moving on to Thursday, daycare drop-off. You guys know the drill. But then my bus pass stopped working, it's fine. I can tap on with my debit card, but I would rather use my bus pass. Like, that's why it's loaded. And I was like, that's so weird. It just stopped working. But then after daycare drop-off, I was going to go home and like do a bunch of chores. The bus stopped working. It broke down. And then it was like 25 minutes until the next bus. Like, what the heck is going on with that? It was, oh my goodness. I was so, like, in the grand scheme of things, it was not a big deal. But like, I had it in my mind. I wanted to do stuff. I was feeling invigorated. The kiddo woke up and he was in a good mood. I was like, okay, we got this. Let's do this. No. Anyway, I ended up walking the 3.5 kilometers home. I used a blue shoe from Fox and Cactus for that. And then I used a Maru to mark that I did even more laundry, because that is all I do all day, every day. Then after that, I had a call with the bus pass. And I was like, what's going on? They're like, yeah, sometimes their cards just stop working. Don't worry about it. You'll just have to pay like your regular debit card, and then when we can send you a new card. Okay, but the thing is, it's $3.35 if I use my bus pass. It is $4.50 if I just use my debit card. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's over $1 more. And I'm taking the bus like there and back sometimes. And I'm taking it a bunch of days a week. Like, it was expensive. It gets expensive. Anyway, then I had to call the bank for some reason. I do not recall why. Then I went to the grocery store and I placed an order with Sweet Tea Sticker Co. and with Fox and Cactus. Then on Friday, I went to Starbucks and it was a really rainy day. So I popped into Dollarama. I don't know what I was getting there, but I needed something. And I used just a leftover icon for that. And then I got some Happy Mail. Couldn't tell you what it was. Didn't mark it down. And then my kiddo was very grumpy. My littlest was very grumpy, which is very interesting in hindsight. But that evening I got him down to bed okay, and I filmed a plan with me, and I voiced over a plan with me at that point. And so I just used a film script and a filming icon from Sweet Tea Sticker Co. And then on Saturday, my husband was off work, and I started by doing the laundry because I am nothing if not consistent. We did groceries that morning, which was really nice to do. I said our grocery schedule has been all off, and then realizing that we had to start doing groceries on the weekend instead of on a Monday because I was going back to work. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So I used a Mari to mark that. And then I just used a circular icon from my leftover stash to mark that we had to go to Walmart and Canadian Tire just to pick up some stuff for the house. After that, interesting, I forgot to mark that my littlest was really sick, but my big guy had a really bad cough. And it was like, he was coughing so badly. He was vomiting, and it was like wild. And anyway, it was just really bad, but my little guy was also sick. So we had a medical consult call. And then that evening, you'll see with the Coffee Monsters co-prescription, my pharmacy actually stayed open an extra hour so that I could go pick up the prescription from him, his puffer. On Sunday morning, I ordered my inserts from So Much Crafting, and then I watched hockey with my husband. I can't remember what hockey we were watching, but we watched it. And then we went for a birthday lunch to the golf club that my dad goes to. It was lovely. And then when we got home, we just had quiet family time, which is what I try and implement on the weekends so my kiddos aren't too, I don't know, riled up. And then that evening, we were all just exhausted, so we had an early night. So that was my entire plan with me. I really like how it turned out. I really liked this kit. I'm sorry that we can't get it, but it just turned out so nicely, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Toodles!